Hi, I'm Steve Richardson. A couple years ago, when I first started my podcast, the Financial Freedom Podcast, in episode 2, I interviewed a mortgage broker. And the topic was on getting a mortgage after you file bankruptcy, which is a common question I get in my bankruptcy practice. So I thought it would be a good idea and very informational to listeners to talk to a mortgage broker to get some information on what people can expect, what they can do, advanced planning, things like that, if they're filing bankruptcy, whether it's a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13, to plan on eventually buying a home and what they need to do. In the course of that interview, this mortgage broker talked about how credit is scored, how your scores work, and told me, he said, and it surprised me at the time, he said that if you pay off your credit card every month, that can actually hurt your score, because the credit card company isn't actually extending you credit. You've made the purchase, you paid it in full, you haven't actually financed the purchase. You haven't actually paid interest or paid over time on that advance of funds when you use the credit card to make a purchase, and that could might result in you not having the score you think you do. And that rather surprised me, because that was counterintuitive and against what I understood how credit worked. And I know that my wife and I, in our credit situation, because we've paid off our cars and we pay off our credit cards every month, and our only debt is our mortgage. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, you're telling me that I have a lower score than I think I have because I don't carry credit card debt? But he was a mortgage broker. This is what he was telling me, and I wanted to share that information. So I created a video that talked about how paying off your credit card debt every month and paying the balance off every month may not be the best thing for your credit. Well, that video drew a lot of fire and a lot of criticism of me for making that video. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to apologize. I've talked to other credit professionals, and I have actually interviewed on the show another person to talk about credit, how it works, and how to repair your credit or build good credit. But I understand that what I was trying to do is pass on this information. I had heard it in this podcast. I wanted to pass it on in video format on my YouTube channel to as many people as I can, not to misinform them, but to pass on something that I had heard. I did say that it may impact it because I wasn't sure, and again, it was counterintuitive to what I understood of how credit works. So I created that video. I'm not taking it down because, honestly, that's what I did. That's what I posted, and I'm not going to try and hide it. But I am going to post this video to the channel, as you can see, and link it to that other video in hopes that people will understand what happened and not put too much reliance on that video. But it also emphasizes the fact what I'm trying to do here is to provide general information to people, trying to be informative. And I urge you not to take action solely on the basis of what I say in a video. Again, it's informational. If it's of a legal nature, you need to talk to an attorney about your situation and get advice specific to you. What you may glean from my videos may help to inform you, may guide that discussion with an attorney, with that professional, that financial professional like a mortgage broker, but it's not designed to replace it. So again, it was my mistake for posting that video. Should have researched it more and looked into it more before shooting a video. So please bear that in mind. And if you have questions about how your credit works and what are the right ways and the wrong ways to build your credit, talk to an experienced credit counselor in your area. I'm Steve Richardson from Richardson Law Offices here in Woodbury, New Jersey, and thank you for your time.